Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for Living Local, your lifestyle show for all things Charleston and beyond. I'm Ashley Meservey. Joining us today, we have Brian Connors, and we're here at Ice Age Ice Sculptures in Somerville. Thanks for having us today.
Thanks for coming by.
All right, Brian, let's talk about what you do here at Ice Age Ice Sculptures.
We do all different types of ice sculptures for the pretty much the bottom half of South Carolina.
Mm-hmm. And so when you talk about ice sculptures, like what kind of things?
Oh, hearts and swans and dogs and a lot of bulldogs.
A lot of bulldogs.
A lot of bulldogs.
Citadel bulldogs?
Oh yeah,
or
Citadel bulldogs.
Oh yeah,
big time. Yeah,
my
not,
dad
not
will love
Georgia.
to hear that.
No,
Citadel. My dad's still a brat. All right. What are some of the organizations that you work a lot with?
We do things with the food bank. We do things with the aquarium.
So I'm sure you've done a lot of sea turtles.
A lot of sea turtles. Actually, each year their Starlight always focuses on something else. We did their blowfish one time.
Cool.
Oh yeah, it was crazy.
Really? Was that hard?
Yes. We actually have a bowl maker. So we took these two bowls and put those two together, hollowed it out, and then carved this blowfish. So the things like this with all these spikes, crazy.
Have you ever had someone ask you to do something and you're like, okay, no, like I can't do that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it was more. I mean, like, what's your like threshold of what you will and will not do? You probably don't have one.
I can pretty much carve anything, but there's the one thing I won't carve. It's a male member.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's your, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
So is there anything like?
And I get asked a lot.
Really?
Yes, you have no idea. And I'm like, no.
Weird.
Yeah, and I said, and my brother tried to call me up and fake how much money he would pay me to do it. I said, I'm not going to do it. It's not the money.
Yeah.
I won't do it. There's no way to do that well. I'm serious. If you carve it good,
okay.
That's not good. If you carve it poorly, you can't carve.
This might be the
But
best
then you're
segment
carving
of
it,
all
right?
time.
You're going like this. That don't look good either.
Gotcha.
There's no way this
It's
thing looks
just-
good. And then you're bringing it in, right? You're carrying it. Oh, no. There's no good look. So people,
Living local, we're teaching you something new every day. I love that. Okay, so that's where you draw the line.
Yes.
Okay, so back to community involvement though. Sea turtles, I'm sure dolphins, things like that, right?
Yeah, yes.
I mean, starfish.
Yeah, starfish.
You can do pretty much anything.
Pretty much
You're
anything,
an artist.
yeah.
And you started out with cakes and stuff, but then you got into ice sculpture.
Yes. And because I had no patience for cakes, I had to kind of, shy away. I did, some nice cakes. I'm just,
You got your
hyper.
amp.
Yeah.
I mean, right here.
You can't get mad at a cake.
So what about the Low Country Food Bank?
Food Bank, we do a huge sculpture for them, at least one or two big sculptures for their annual event when they first walk inside for their reception area, that kind of thing. We've done things for their champagne room, different displays and stuff like that. The food bank, because I am a chef, it's always, feeding people is everything. I don't care what.
Yeah.
Even when you see the guy on the street, you want to feed him. You know what I mean? Buy him a burger. It was Christmas Eve. I'm coming home. I dropped off some ice and I pull off on Rivers Avenue, and there's this guy there, and he's at the gas station, and he's like, can you give me some money for food? I said, are you hungry? He's like, yeah, let's go. And there's that Japanese place right there. I drove in there. I said, meet me over there. And I said, give him what he wants. Give him what he wants.
I love that. Good spirit here. So anything else as far as like community involvement, or that I know the folks at home want to come and hang out with you, because let me tell you, this is one for the books.
Dress warm.
Dress warm, I know. All right, so what do we have to do to get on the books? Let's say we have a wedding or something like that coming up and we want to get something made.
Email's always the best. Ice Age Ice Sculptures is our website, and then Iceman BPC if you want to send me an email. I'm not real good with the phone because the phone doesn't work in the freezer, and I'm in the freezer a lot, so email's always the best. I can call it back. And then once we decide, or you decide what you want, I draw it up, and it's easier to shoot it back on email. Go, I like that. I think it has an E on the end, that kind of thing. I'm not the best speller, so I double check everything on that.
I gotta ask one more thing though. When they're coming up with concepts, like, is Pinterest a good place to go, or do you hate it when people get too crazy and have too many examples and ideas?
No, it's always better. I get things on a napkin. You know, and they draw something up. And it's like, that's a dog. I'm like, okay, that's a dog.
You're like, good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least they got the proportions right. It's going to have seafood around it, whatever. You know, you get stick figures, but I'm like, I can understand
where they're going.
where their
That's
head's at.
awesome.
I draw it up, I send it back. Ooh, that's what I was thinking. Or they call up and they go, I just want an 80. I went, really? No, you don't. You want their name on this thing. Put the name, happy birthday, you know, Martha, and 80 up on top.
Fireworks coming out of it.
We've done that. Sparklers.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There's endless possibilities
Yeah,
here.
and actually that was for the food bank. Their 16th, Sweet 16. We did a big 16, had the candles all around it, and rolled it out there, ice cake. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're the most fascinating person ever. All right, thanks so much, Brian, for having us. And for more information, of course, you can always head online to iceageicesculptures.com.